This is Colonel Custard, and he is my absolute favorite cat on the adoption floor. Everybody says we shouldn't have favorites, but I do, and I'm not ashamed to say it. We spend time together cuddling every day. He is the quintessential lab cat. As soon as you open his cage, he pops right out, sits on your lap, and he likes to rotate and move around, get different angles, make sure you can see different things, make sure you're petting different spots, but unlike other cats who will often use it as a ploy to go on little adventures, he doesn't really move. You put him back in his cage. If you're not quick enough with that door, boom, right back out on your lap. So if you're looking for a lab cat, then I would highly encourage you guys to come in and meet with Colonel Custard. He is a fairly young adult cat. He's about 3 to 4, so he's fairly mature. And he's fairly easygoing. He is interested in play, but if he had his way about it, he would just be doing what he's doing right now. This is his favorite thing. And he also is a very large cat. He will take up like when I sit, he takes up my entire lap. So if you're looking for somebody to keep you warm in the rest of these winter months, he's a good option. He does weigh about 15 pounds. So, if you're concerned about being able to pick him up and put him in the carrier and carry the carrier to the vet and things like that, he is going to be on the heftier side. He's not an overweight cat by any means. He's just a big guy. And if you look at his cheeks, you can tell he's got those chubby tomcat cheeks. So that's just his size. He's a big guy. He was definitely loved by someone at some point, even though he came in as a stray, because he was neutered when he arrived. Still probably done fairly late in his life because of his cheeks, but he's not ear-tipped or anything like that, so he wasn't a cat that was living outside. And you can tell that, he's been socialized because he is so affectionate.
So like you said, he is really laid back. Why then do we recommend he goes to a home with kids that are 10 or older?
So when we were processing Colonel Custard, there were some noises in the processing area, and he did not handle that very well. It was like a road runner thing, and then he was like moving his feet really fast, and he took off and he hid, and it was something where it was very hard to kind of get him to come out from his hiding space. It took him a long time to recover from that kind of upsetting ordeal. And then the other day, I was trying to move him just from one side of the cat floor to the other to get him a little vet check. And when we came around the corner, when the noises weren't muffled by all the other cat cages, and he could hear all the dogs barking, he started to kind of freak out again. So his age restrictions are not because he's not going to be a good pet for children. It's a recommendation based on noise and quick movements and things like that. Older kids tend to be a little bit more quieter. There's not going to be so much crying, so much running and moving your hands really quickly in front of his face, which is something that we've discerned is definitely a little bit upsetting for him. Also, the other dog, if you have other pets and one of them might be a dog, the barking may be something that would be a cause for fear and alarm for Colonel Custard. But he doesn't seem to mind any of the other cats. He's out on a lap all the time, and he can see them, and they're often jealous and stare him down, and he doesn't seem to mind it at all. So for the right household, he's going to be an incredible companion. A lot of people are looking for kittens, but they always say they want a lap cat. So you might consider, looking at a cat that's a little bit older to get that personality trait that you're really looking for in Colonel Custard. And you can make that an appointment to visit him and see if he's a good size for your lap by going to visitfcac.as.me.